Hello. Um, I figure that I'm just gonna be real, which I always am, but I just got done watching a lot of Jim Carrey's speeches that he gave, and I have no problem getting emotional or showing my emotions. I think my vulnerability is one of my strengths. Um, I can relate so much to what he's talking about. I I thought I had everything. I thought I had a perfect life before COVID 19. Um, I had a great job. I was a hairstylist in Beverly Hills that I spent 25 years trying to build. I had a huge clientele. I was flying coast to coast. I was making really great money for somebody coming from Minnesota in a small, tiny town to make it into Beverly Hills as a hairstylist and have some of the clients that I've had and some of the experiences that I've had. I consider myself very lucky to be able to have that. And I had everything. At least I thought before COVID 19 hit. I grew up acting on the stage. My dad was a theater director, and I started acting when I was uh, out of the womb. I have always wanted to be a movie actor. I always wanted to be in films. I've always wanted to take people away from the world that they thought that they were stuck in and give them a sense of levity, if for even 5 seconds. And, I was going through life. I was on my third relationship. We got married in Maui. It was beautiful. It was on beachfront property. um, and then COVID 19 hit. And I lost everything. I mean, I didn't lose I didn't lose everything. No. I could have lost so much more. I'm talking about what I thought I had inside. Um, However, I know what he's talking about. I was living this personality, this life that I thought I should be living. And I never truly loved myself for who I was. Because I always thought that I was a mistake. Being gay and being told my whole life, ever since I was 5, from the Catholic religion, that I was going to burn in hell. And um, when I was at my last job for 12 years, every day my ex boss berated me, sexually harassed me, calling me gay names, and making me feel about this big. And for the first time in my life, I put every single bully I had ever been accosted by, or yelled at, or told to shut up, or told to be quiet, or shove myself in a corner, or kill myself, that to fuck off. And it felt so good. And then I had a mental breakdown. My now ex husband, uh, called, 'cause I was on ADHD medication, uh, since I can remember, since second grade. I was going to the Mayo Clinic every 6 months in Rochester, Minnesota, and having all these weird tests done. And, I saw the same doctor from second grade all the way until I graduated high school. And already on top of that, I just thought, okay, I have something wrong with me and I'm gay and I can't talk about it because if I do, people won't understand and I want to act a certain way, but I'm being told that if I do, it's wrong. If I put on certain clothes, it's wrong. If I act a certain way, it's wrong. My whole life, I have been having so many people tell me that what I'm doing in my life is wrong. And before I had my mental breakdown, I checked myself into a hotel in the middle of West Hollywood. To respect this hotel, I will not name names. And I checked in for one night. And I ended up staying a month. And I had one of the most unexplainable, magical, frightening, exciting moments of my life. So many were there. And I was introduced to a world that I didn't think existed. Especially for somebody like me. I never thought that I would have amounted to anything. And I have always believed in magic. And I finally talked to my inner child, who I had completely ignored for so many years. And he was just crying to come out, or at least have somebody love him. Yeah, I know. So I started experiencing what some people might only say is unbelievable, is too extraordinary to be real. And I can tell you right now that it was so real. If if I would if I would be myself a year ago and jump into the future and meet me now, I wouldn't even know who I was now. I would look at myself going, what? I've always wanted to be in movies. I've always wanted to be in film. And that's where I'm headed. I am the biggest kept secret that Hollywood has ever created. That's what I tell myself. And for the first time in my life, I can actually look at myself and be proud. I'm on unemployment now. I'm on food stamps. I can't pay my bills, and I don't worry about that because there's nothing I can do right now about it anyway. So I can choose to live in fear and hide. However, I put on these headphones, my Feel headphones, and I press shuffle. And I ask God, where am I supposed to go? Because I have been told so many times from this experience that I need to keep following this because it's in my destiny. I've had people come up to me and tell me that I'm magic, that I, and I've seen with my own eyes when I believe in myself what happens around me. And I refuse to give that up. And the one thing that I have to ask Jim Carrey, and this is just for my own peace of mind, is when you ask the universe and you believe it, when does it hear you? How do you know it's heard you? And I'm not giving up. And I'm not sad. And I'm not feeling sorry for myself. It's just, I had what I thought were so many friends and clients, and nobody returns my calls. Um, People avoid me like the plague. So I know that we come into this world alone and we leave this world alone. I know that. And I'm well aware of the fact uh that we can manifest anything, and I am really I always do I always try my best every day to make sure that the universe knows how grateful, thankful, and appreciative I am for at least being here. However, in a world where in a world where somebody really hasn't been given a chance, all I want, all I ask is that I'm given a chance to show what I can give. Because I know that what I can give is so wonderful. And I know that the love that I have in my heart, even though I could hate the world right now, I don't. I don't hate anybody. I had to forgive so many people, including myself, for not showing up until now. And I'm fully aware of the life that I was living. I was living a life where, I thought I was supposed to be that person because it made people around me comfortable. It made people, I was acting, I thought, in a way that I should be acting, so that way people will accept me more. And now I don't give a shit what people think about me. However, I love myself, and not an ego way. I've let ego go. Because how can you have you can't hold on to your pride when you're asking people for help in surviving. And it's like I see people out there that it's like, "Oh, I had one audition and boom." And then their career took off. And I just I just want to give love to through me, through the camera, onto people. I I want to be that reason why people feel better. And I want to do it through art. And if that means that I have to go through life just being alone, yet I can perform for the universe, then I'll do that. But it would be nice. And I ask the universe every day, what am I supposed to do? Am I doing it right? I get stuck in my head so many times that sometimes I don't know what to ask for. I believe in myself so much. I guess I just, you know, I mean, when you lose your job and you lose all your money and you lose your husband and you lose everything that you thought you were, and you find this thing inside you that's been screaming to come out, and you finally let it out, so many beautiful things can happen. That I'm just allowing it to happen. And I'm going with the flow, and I'm posting so many things online and being real and being authentically myself, unapologetically. I just, I hope that somebody can see this and go, hey, I can do that too. It's not about money. It's not about money. It's not about accolades, even though, yes, when I get to thank the Academy for my Academy Award, I will be very pleased, and I'll say something smug, I'm sure. But until then, if you see me around, I've been getting a lot of this when I'm out and about. I feel like there's so many people that know who I am, and I don't know who they are. And I just want to belong to a community. I want to find my pack. And I feel like I've been wandering aimlessly around the desert just by myself going, hello, is anyone there? Can anyone hear me? I have no problem embarrassing myself. And it's not even embarrassment. I have no problem being myself. So, Mr. Carey, thank you for those beautiful words. For I feel like you were talking from my heart. Yes, I know. I'll leave it with this. I'm smoking! Whatever. I'm quitting on Monday. Today is. I said I was going to quit on my birthday, and then all of a sudden I lost my husband. So I didn't quit. However, I'm quitting this Monday. If I get my unemployment check. When I get my unemployment check, I'm quitting. So I can buy the patch. Because that works so great for me. Nicotine patch is so amazing. This is the worst thing. I don't do drugs. I've never done like heroin or meth or anything like that. I was on ADHD medication, and when they tested my blood, it came back as amphetamines. And I don't know if you have ever tried to convince somebody when you're strapped down in a hospital bed, being wheeled away, going, why do they think I'm on drugs? I even heard the doctor from outside of the door saying, he's still alive. He hasn't had a heart attack. Because they thought that I was on this loaded like the meth and hair, to try and convince people that I didn't do that. To try and get somebody to believe me has been the hardest challenge ever. And I have met some of the most beautiful people while walking around. And when Jim Carrey said that because he only gives truth, he sees he sees the best in everyone. And that's where I'm at right now. I see the best in everyone because I have nothing to hide anymore. All of my armor is down and gone. I am completely vulnerable. And I love it. Because all I have to share with the world is me. Who I am. I am who I am. And I'm proud of who I am. And I know, after everything that I have been shown, that I am not a mistake, that I have a purpose, and that I'm doing it. So, look out, Hollywood. My name is James Axel, and I am about ready to explode on this place. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching this. I love you all.